Hi everyone, this is Christine Thompson with Baird and Warner back again for my weekly update talking about what's happening in the real estate market. So I'm just going to get right to brass tacks here and share the screen so you can see all of the information that I have for this week. All right, so let's just skip to it. The previous show I did was the very end of September. I was on vacation for a week, so I'm back and I want to get you up to speed on what's happening out there. So back on September 28th, this was the chart that I shared with you that showed what's happening on the market. And let's see here, hold on. I got to play the whole screen there. Okay, that's better. Thank you. So anyways, a week ago, or on September 28th, I shared this pie chart. And for those of you that are new on the show, I'm going to be showing the same graphs every week, but just updated information. I'm going to do a comparison from the last show that I did. So the last show, September 28th, I shared this graph, and I always like to point out the green and the blue. The green represents properties that are new coming onto the market for the last 7 days. So on September 28th, the previous 7 days, 94 properties came on the market and 91 went under contract. Very, very close, neck and neck, okay? There's as many coming on as going off approximately. And I always like to point out, as I've said before, even though it says 94, that may not be 94 unique new homes on the market, because some agents will use the strategy of canceling it off the market and then making it new again, so it gets a fresh face to the public. All right, so that was on September 28th, and then I just pulled this up last night on October 12th, that 73 new came on the market and 67 went under contract. So it's starting to tip a little bit towards a little bit more coming on the market than buyers purchasing homes. But again, let's keep in mind, this may not be 73 unique ones, so maybe it's exactly around even for that week. So 28 homes had price changes, so 28 of the, not 73 homes, but 28 homes have price changes. So sellers are becoming aware that maybe the market isn't as crazy strong as it used to be earlier this year. September 28th through that previous week, that whole week, this is about the average days on the market for detached homes. That's what the DE stands for. And for active homes, they were averaging 86 days on the market, homes under contract 77 days. So homes that are priced right, they're performing well on the market. 77 days, just a little bit past 2 months, that's still in the seller's market. And now we're seeing it's 61 days for homes under getting contracts. So that's definitely still a seller's market, a little better than the previous report. And the averages for the active homes is 66 days. So that's still very nice. That's not crazy long. The red bar, in case you're wondering, these are canceled and expireds. These are homes that were probably priced too high and they sat on the market too long, 92 days. And so they gave up. Now, keep in mind too, some of them may have canceled and moved over to the new properties, and now they start on a fresh slate of market days. Maybe that skews this down a little bit. Then we're looking at just all the activity for detached homes in Naperville, and I didn't put in a price range when I pulled this, so this is showing that the average active list price is about $624. Homes that are getting contracts, though, the average is $548. So this is a little bit of a reflection about what price range more buyers are willing to be purchasing at. So for you sellers that are trying to sell in this higher range, it's going to take you longer to get a buyer. Average list price for homes that closed was $513. So it's creeping up a little bit about as far as, inventory that buyers are willing to make offers on. Now, the average sale price of these average list price was $514. Average list price for homes that have closed already. The average sale price of those homes was $502. So we're talking about a $10K difference approximately of that, list price to sale price. Not bad. I think that's very respectable, and it doesn't mean that's across the board, but on an average, that's pretty good. Now this last week, we can see where the average active list price, it's 524. I'm going to skip back to the previous one because I'm not good at remembering numbers that shortly. So active was 623, now 524. You know, the inventory is definitely changing out there. And homes under contract, 457. And the sale price of homes that closed at 477, the sale price is 465. So still a little bit around 10K, maybe slightly over. So that list price to sale price difference is hanging around the same amount approximately. But we can see homes in a little bit lower price range are getting more attention now. And, you know, keep in mind, this could be a matter of what type of inventory is coming out there as well that can shape this number. So it's not purely a reflection of what are buyers willing to pay. But interesting to see that. This is the average number of showings per listing week over week. And we can see these are all the weeks here. September was at 1.37 early September, and beginning of October really dipped down to 1.05. And then we had a little bit swing back at the beginning of or the next week in October. I'm hoping that we can hover around this for the remainder of October. When we were below 1.05, that was like when COVID first hit, and then it jumped up over 1 shortly after that. So it was a healthy market then. Anything over 1 is still a seller's market. So that's promising to see that. Then this is the market action index needle, and for quite a few weeks now, it's at 38. The week prior to this week, September 28th, it was at 38. Let's see where it's at now. Still 38. So it's remaining steadfast and strong, staying in that slight seller's market. I like to see that, especially now that we're coming into October. People do get concerned about things slowing down, but this is showing us that it's still staying strong out there on the market. We really have an extended market because March and April, due to COVID, when it first hit, was slower. I mean, the state wasn't even allowing open houses back then. That's opened up. So it's kind of pushed the season of selling back into this time frame now. So it still is a good time to be getting on the market as a seller. Buyers are out there. They want to find homes. I'm sure you've all heard it. The interest rates are low. So this was back on September 28th. The fixed conventional was at 3.09 and the FHA rate was at 3.08. And now we're at 3.03. It went down a little bit for the conventional, and FHA 2.9. That went down too. So the rates are still staying real solid here, people. And this is why it's still a seller's market, because the buyers want to get these rates. If I needed to buy a home, I would be jumping all over this because we don't know what's going to happen after elections. This is just a really crazy year, very unpredictable. Elections can be very unpredictable too, and we just don't know what to anticipate afterwards. So if you are thinking of buying, jump in now while you know exactly what's going on, instead of just hoping and guessing for the future. One little chart I like to share with you, and this kind of goes to anybody that's concerned about what's happening with, you know, how the economy is affecting the real estate economy and health of the real estate. A lot of people are worrying, you know, are we going to start seeing distressed properties on the market? And I did address that on another show, and this is another way that I'm addressing it. You can see that 9,800 is the average equity gained by a homeowner over the past year only. This is based on, you know, the mortgages that are out there, and they're seeing the increases in the home values and what equity was in the home and how it's increased. So it's averaging that there is an increase of 9,800 in home equity in the last year. Now, when the market completely tanked back in 08, these numbers did not exist. People had negative equity in their homes, and this is why we suddenly had a big influx of distressed properties back in 08. So seeing that there is year over year equity gain, 620 billion across the board of US homeowners, and year over year percentage increase in total home equity, 6.6%. These are homeowners that are not going to be in a distressed situation and saying, I want to walk away from my home, because they've got money in it and there's no reason for them to walk away. So we're not going to have that distressed property hitting the market. So that's my little summary to give you an overall feel for indicators of what to predict going forward in the markets. Those numbers are not suggesting that we're going to have a lot of distressed properties. I mean, we always do, but we're at record lows still. They're very, very low, especially considering, you know, what's happening with the economy elsewhere. Real estate is staying strong. It's fantastic. And it is a big part of the economy. I believe it's like 37% of the economy. So everyone out there, stay hopeful, okay? Be positive. And we have elections coming up. Just be sure to go out and vote and put your voice in there, whichever it may be, okay? I'm very excited about that. I hope we're gonna have a great turnout for the whole country. And I think that's important that everyone gets out there and expresses their voice and have it be known. So I hope all this information has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, you can give me a call. You know, you got my number right over here and also my email address. And you can also find me on the web at christinemoveshomes.com or christinethompson.bairdwarner.com. Either way, you'll find me. You can reach out to me through my website or just email me or call or text me. I'm always available. Love to hear from you if you have any comments about the show. And be sure to share and like this show with other people so they can hear about it and stay informed of what's happening in the real estate market. I think it's really important so you can all make wise, educated decisions. Y'all have a great day, and I hope to hear from you. Take care. Bye-bye.